Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about the child in your classroom that is struggling to find their words he or she needs to tell you what they want. Think about that child that you saw at the grocery store that could not verbally say hello. How about the child you saw at the park playing by himself while all the other children played together in a group? Imagine these children with the right resources, given the opportunity for early intervention, and what a huge difference this would make in their lives. Early intervention is of the utmost importance for these children with a wide range of disabilities that they face and that we see in the classrooms every day. Early intervention refers to the services such as speech, physical, behavioral, and occupational therapies that may be available to assist the children that need it. According to the NCHS data brief in July of 2023, the prevalence of any diagnosed developmental delay is 8.56%. 1 in 6 children will be diagnosed with a developmental delay. Developmental delay occurs when an individual does not meet the milestones as compared to their peers. There are many categories of developmental delay, including autism, deafness, blindness, orthopedic impairment, speech or language impairment, and many others. A study by Florida State University in 2015 states, treating communication and language difficulties early on can prevent potential problems with behavior, learning, reading, and social interaction. Recent research on brain development reminds us that earlier is better when teaching young children. By age 3, most of the major brain structures are mature, and it becomes more difficult to make significant changes in a child's growth and development. Early intervention is better. During the early years, the brain can retain things better than when the children grow older. The earlier we intervene, the more positive and effective the outcome. Early intervention can help children make significant progress when it might otherwise not be made. A child's self-esteem can be greatly improved if they are able to obtain services that will help them become successful. If a child struggles in school, they can be very self-conscious and withdrawn from their peers because they know they are different than their typical peers. This could lead to behavioral problems due to frustration. Early intervention holds improved developmental outcomes for children. The earlier a child receives services, the more likely they are to meet these milestones. There are services available in speech, social skills, motor skills, and cognitive skills. The family can receive access to support networks they might not know about. Parents can obtain advice, encouragement from a network of people that are in the same situation as they are. Often, after a diagnosis, parents can feel alone and overwhelmed. They may not know where to turn or how to get the help they need. A community is needed during these times, and it can help provide emotional support to the parents also. The parent is their child's best advocate, so if we help to educate the parents on what they are facing, they will be better equipped to face what comes next. Though early intervention is best, it does not mean that there will not be challenges in trying to obtain these services. Obstacles can be financial. There are services that may not be covered by insurance, and they can be quite costly. Low-income families may not be able to afford these services. There are funding programs and nonprofits that may help alleviate some of this financial stress, but if families don't know about them, they can be hard to obtain. Medicaid and state programs, depending on where you live, can help cover some of these costs as well. Often, families may not be aware of these programs. Depending on where you live, another obstacle may be the availability of certain programs that are near you. If you live in a rural area, there may be a shortage of staff available to serve in these areas, and it may be a situation where the family is placed on a waiting list. Families can opt for traveling to these areas where they have the services, but that creates more expenses for travel, such as gas, lodging, food, and time off work for parents. There may be companies that are willing to travel to your home to provide these services. Cultural and language barriers may cause an obstacle if there are no services around that offer translation. Overcoming these obstacles will take time and research, but it can be done, and children can receive the available interventions that will help them be successful. Early intervention does not just help the children, it helps the family with the resources to best help and serve their children. It provides families with the tools they need to support their children and gives them a sense of community that they need to navigate this new way of life. It will ensure their children have every opportunity available to them to be successful now and in the future. Thank you.